Roger, give me that gun, Ron. Right along that back, baby. Aim hot. Clear hot.
Ladies, gents, how's it going? Random Gary here, back with another Gallantry reaction video. If you don't know why these are called Gallantry reaction videos, well, I'm ex-British military myself. I received the nation's second highest award for gallantry back in 2010, the Conspicuous Gallantry Cross. Therefore, I've been reviewing members of the military who have been recognised for acts of conspicuous gallantry, and today is no exception. This is a bit of a different video. I'm going to have to create a little bit of the content myself. This is a very recent award. It is to an 18-year-old ordinary sailor. Ordinary sailor, that's the language that was used then. Teddy Sheehan. Let's have a look at this video and hear about this remarkable, remarkable young man.
I welcome the announcement that today, the late Ordinary Seaman Teddy Sheehan will be recognised with the Victoria Cross for Australia, the first for a member.
In many aspects, if you met this man, this highly decorated sailor, in ordinary circumstances, you'd be tempted to say just a kid, just a child, 18 years old. Do you think he even shaved? He probably didn't. I think nowadays we're quick to criticize the youth, but I think every generation has people like Teddy, and I'm sure we absolutely have those within our generation of 18-year-olds today. They just need that opportunity. I think we do them a disservice by belittling them and saying the youth of today. 18 years old, 18.
Of the Royal Australian Navy. He was the youngest member of Armadale's ship's company. This story, this account, is the stuff of legend. Sheehan's actions on that day, the 1st of December 1942, were absolutely amongst the most conspicuous and most gallant we've seen in our Navy.
A young man serving his nation who chose certain death over the chance of survival and to try to save his mates who were in the water.
I'm not sure what AC stands for. If anybody can comment below. DSC, I'm guessing that stands for the Distinguished Service Cross. So a highly decorated general here representing, and we can't underplay what the whole kind of grouping in and around Teddy Sheehan have managed to achieve. I am not aware of any Victoria Crosses being awarded retrospectively in this case. They delivered the argument. It was presented to Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II, and she approved this award in August. So what these guys have done is absolutely incredible. Fair play to everybody involved. You got recognition for somebody who truly deserved it.
Many of us have really been taken back by his courage, his commitment to his mates, and his sacrifice. The story is inspiring, and it should inspire us all. And as we approach the 75th anniversary of the end of the Second World War, it's an especially poignant time.
On the 1st of December 1942, during operations in the Timor Sea, HMAS Armadale came under aerial bombardment and torpedo attack from Japanese aircraft. Shortly after the commencement of the attack, Armadale was hit by a torpedo and began listing to port. 1 minute later, the ship was hit by a second torpedo which broke the vessel's back, causing the captain to order abandon ship. Ordinary Seaman Sheehan, one of the youngest and most junior ranked members of Armadale's ship's company, made his way to the stowage position of the motorboat and assisted in its launch. As the enemy continued to fire upon the ship and his shipmates who were already in the water, Ordinary Seaman Sheehan decided to forego his opportunity for survival by not abandoning ship and returning to his action station to man the aft Oerlikon gun, where he was the loader, not the gunner. Despite being wounded, he strapped himself to the gun and commenced firing at the enemy, damaging at least 2 enemy aircraft. Ordinary seaman Sheehan's actions disrupted and distracted the enemy from strafing and killing his defenseless shipmates in the water. He sacrificed his life trying to save his shipmates, and despite his wounds, he continued firing the gun until the ship sank and took him to his death. His preeminent act of valour and most conspicuous gallantry saved Australian lives. His heroism became the standard to which the men and women of the Australian Defence Force aspire. Wow, what can you say for a young sailor? Not just to think about his buddies first. The ship's been hit by 2 torpedoes, and your first reaction is, let's get people off board. He wasn't rushing to those boats to get off himself. He was rushing to get his guys off the boat. Secondly, then to go back to his gun, where he was the loader. His job was to put the rounds into the breech, close up the breech, and then somebody else aimed and fired the gun. For him to go back and to one-roll that gun, again, absolutely incredible. And the most remarkable part for me was where he strapped himself to that gun. Strapping yourself. You're wounded to the degree where you cannot maintain control of your body to use that gun. But you know what? You're going to strap yourself to that gun and you're going to engage these enemy planes coming at you. Unbelievable. 18 years old. Age doesn't teach us lessons. Character, values, beliefs, they are the things that teach us real lessons about being great human beings. Ladies, gents, I hope you appreciate me bringing this message to you today. I'd love it if you could share this story. I don't think it's had enough coverage outside of Australia. Let's get Teddy Sheehan, VC, let's get his name out there. Let's share his story. Thanks for checking in once again. See you soon.